Hello people from YouTube. This is Samuel from Mexico City. Today I'm gonna talk about, I've been watching videos on Instagram, like small reels, and it seems like there is a group of guys that they're being talking about in their podcasts with a bunch of different women, and they are kind of like making them look like every single woman is a gold digger. Like if a woman doesn't support his husband, boyfriend, fiance, whatever for extended periods of time, they leave. And they make them see as, they make them look as if they were just gold diggers, every single woman. I even saw this one where they asked a group of women that if they will date Burger King or McDonald's employee, and they will say no, or like a bump. I remember this girl says like, no, I'll never date a bump, and the guy's like, why? Because no. And so he gets kind of like in a defensive mode, and he says, well, men will date down, like they will date a woman that doesn't make any money, a woman that has very little income. But on the other way around, women will never date something like that. Probably they would in some cases, yes. I mean, we are millions of people in the world, and we all have different ways of life. But most women don't like a man that is broke, a man that is lazy, that a man that doesn't have his life together. And I feel like all of these guys, they have a valid point, but they are only looking at the surface of this thing, the surface of what it is, but they consider something not good, like a woman that doesn't support a man in an economical way. The way I see it is, all of these behavior of the gold digger behavior, or the woman that tries to find stability, not only economic but emotionally, from a man, and they make it seem like it's not fair for men to support a woman forever. It's like a new mentality, and I feel like it's just something that men don't have the actual deep knowledge about it. But according to the research that I've been doing, and my own knowledge and my own logic, I always try to think deeper into things. So I found that every single human has DNA. So the DNA is this little thing inside of our cells that when we're like under certain circumstances in life, let's say you're like swimming all the time. I saw these kids in Japan that their parents were swimming and scuba diving with no oxygen tanks, just with the lung capacity. They had this farm of pearls. They have clamps and the reefs, and they go there and like swimming and like diving and putting like little stones inside of the clamp. So the little stone, with the pass of the time, the shell forms layers and layers and layers around the little stone, and it turns into a pearl. So they have these farms of pearls. So these guys, that's their livelihood. So they've been doing it for many years. So they're being exposed to the ocean. They go down there. They don't even use goggles. I've seen them doing it. I've seen videos of it. Saw the documentary many years ago. And they're just opening their eyes under the water, like the salt water. So I feel like that has to be some kind of it has to have some kind of dangers, because exposing your eyes to the salt water for longer periods of time, your body reacts to them. But in a way, it's a thing that you're perceiving. Your body is experiencing the environment, and so it's perceiving the salt water in your eyes, and it's perceiving the sun and the shine bright light that is under the water, and also the holding the breath. So their DNA is perceiving all these things, all these external stimulants to the human body. So anyways, the point here is that the DNA is perceiving all of these things and is recording all the external stimulants, and it changes a little bit because their lung capacity has been they have more capacity, I think, because they went from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 15 minutes to 20 minutes with no air going and scuba diving under the water. So that is crazy. So to me, that is amazing. But that's just my point. When we're exposed to things, our DNA rewrites itself and it turns our body into a better machine. So, and it's not just one case, but it's like 3 families. They do the same. They live in the same area. So all of these guys, the three families, they have kids of their own, and every single family have kids that they can go and scuba dive for 35 minutes, 45 minutes. There's a kid that he goes down 45 minutes with no oxygen tanks. So he was born like that. And he also was born with these super, I don't know, it's like, I can't even describe the color of his eyes. His eyes are like this blue, light mint, like super clear eyes. So those eyes, just like the wolves in Antarctica or like in those cold places, they have these crazy clear blue eyes, and they use them like that because the light passes through and it doesn't blind them. So the Japanese kids, they were born with this kind of eyes, so the light under the ocean, it doesn't reflect in their eyes and they see really clear. They also were born with the second, listen very careful, second clear eyelid that goes like this. And so they open their normal eyelid, but a second one comes down when they go into the water, protecting their eyes from the salt water. That is amazing. And so that pretty much tells the reference as how the exposure to the elements, the DNA rewrites itself and it passes the information from father to son of what is needed for the next generation of humans, because we've been exposed to certain elements. So now the next generation of human develops abilities or extra things, like the extra clear eyelid. Like no human ever, it's been like, they don't have that kind of stuff, and it came up in this generation. You can look it up on Google or YouTube, you'll find the video of these kids. And it's not only one family, it's like the 3 families. I think one of the families has 3 kids with the same capacities, and the other one's 2, and the other one has 1. So it's like not only one family, but you can see that it's very many individuals. So the point is, like, all this information is being passed down from father to son, father to son, father to son. So our ancestors from I don't know, millions of years ago, thousands of years ago, they go through life, seeing and perceiving life, feeling certain emotions, and having certain behaviors. Like back in the cave times when men were tough, big, strong, chasing mammoths, throwing spears at them, hunting, killing with their bare hands, running, exposed to the elements. So their kids used to do the same. And of course, they were protecting their families. The woman was at the house or home or at the cave, the castle, whatever. She was always there, the feminine energy, the feminine human being. She's been always the one that stays at home with the kids and raises them, educates them, feeds them, gives them love, gives them different values. The man is there, it gives them different values too, different energies, different wisdom. But the woman is the one that takes care of 90% of the life, of the first years of life of the kid. And so the kids grow seeing mother preparing the food, cleaning the house, taking care of them, always pushing the man to be like a better version of himself, like saying, hey honey, we're running out of deer, go and hunt more, and probably do it in a different way than the way you told me before, and here's your food, I'll pack the lunch for you, and I'm gonna take care of our kids, and I'm gonna give them love, I'm gonna feed them good, and give them the best knowledge I can, the knowledge that I got from you and I and the society. And so the woman is the one that's been always not subject to men, but yes, it's not like she's been subject, but it's the one that gives birth, and it's the one that knows how to take care of a man or woman, their kids. And all this knowledge has been passed down from generation through generation, and it's written in our DNA. The woman responds to the image of a man that is strong, even if he's not good looking, if he's stable emotionally and mentally strong, capable of providing, capable of bringing meat to the table or money nowadays. So you see where I'm going with this? Yes, women have this programming in their minds and bodies, their souls, their hearts, that their place is at home, being protected by a man, because the family structure is everything. The family structure, it's getting lost. The family structure is a woman taking care of their kids, loving them and loving their man, but at the same time they respond to a strong man. They see the man that goes outside and hunts deer and comes with the deer and provides for his wife, for his woman, because he loves them so much. It's our duty as men, and it's been forever, for millions of years we've been taking care of these kind of needs. But also the woman takes care of me, like she cooks, she cleans, she loves me, she tells me words of encouragement, and she hugs me, kisses me, she tells me all kinds of beautiful things. And this thing has been going on ever since the dawn of humans in the earth, because our body, the body of the man is stronger. I mean, if you fight with a woman, you just punch a woman and you can knock her out. They're more fragile. Their physiology is way different. They're more emotional because they're attached to another human for 9 months, so they can feel things that no man can even fathom. And the woman's responsibility is to take care of all these things. She needs to see the survival of her kids. Like when the husband dies or gets killed because of he was hunting in the mountains and a lion ate him, or a tiger or whatever, or like he has an accident nowadays in a car and he dies, or he whatever the condition is, whatever the situation was. When a woman is by herself, she the DNA is written in this with these messages like, I need a new provider. I need a new man that represents strength, love, someone that could provide for me, someone that's gonna take care of me and my kids. So she goes out there, puts herself out there, finds a man like that, and she's pretty much made. She can have more kids with this person and take care of them. My grandma, she was married twice. She said that she started having kids when she was 13. She had 9 kids on the first time she got married. Of course, her husband died when she was like 28, 30. She gave a bunch of the younger ones for adoption because it was just by herself. She couldn't keep with the household by herself. Some years later, she came to from another state to Mexico City. She met my grandpa, and they had some other kids. And all of a sudden, she went back to her state and recovered all their kids. I grew up listening to the story. Like, she went back after 5 years, and even one of her the youngest one was adopted by other family when he was just like months old. So he grew up believing that he belonged to some other family, and when he was old, he learned that his mom was some other person. That's when he went in and like went on searching my grandma, and that was a crazy story, but that's an example of how a woman once gains the strength again because she has a man, goes back and he does what she does best, which is keeping the family together. My grandma had 9 kids with the first one and 9 kids with the second one, which is my grandpa. 18 pregnancies. Of course, she said that some of them died when they were little because the living conditions back then, they were kind of like precarious, not really good ones. But my family is big. I remember one time in Christmas in Mexico City, we count 105 grandkids, great grandkids, sons out of this lady. 105 people came out of my grandma. Between her kids and her grandkids and great grandkids. And we love that lady so much. The day she died, even the neighbors went to the cemetery. My brother, I was here in the States, my brother from Mexico sent me a video. It was almost like a celebrity died. So much people went to the cemetery. It was mariachi band playing. It was, wow, it's like this crazy display of love and everything because of a woman. everybody was really sad because she was the incarnation of love, and she teach my aunts the value of a woman. They're just like her. They take care of their families. My cousins are really cool guys and hardworking people. And you see, the woman is not a gold digger. She is just doing what she's supposed to do. She needs to find a man that will take care of her because it's imprinted into their DNA. She needs to find a provider, and then she can do her job. But if the man mistreats a woman, they are strong, and I feel like they're more strong than men emotionally. Men, we're like kind of weak. Of course, we're bigger, we're stronger, we can do way better things than women. I mean, they can't change the tire of a fucking tractor trailer. They can't lay bricks. I mean, they can probably, but it's not their thing. You know, the thing that they do the best is to look pretty, make kids, raise them, love them, and that's how we're supposed to go in this society. You know, women is not meant to be on the streets scraping for food. I mean, nowadays they can go, you know, and they feel this sense of power. But I've known many women before. I'm a tattoo artist, and I'm always talking with different people from different ways of life. I remember this lady that she was really sad because her husband didn't have this power of being like, hey honey, let's go and do this, we're gonna do this. You know, he was weak, and I think it was because he didn't have a father. He didn't have a sense of like a man's supposed to do. That happens a lot. If you see like introverts, most likely they didn't have a father, and so they don't know what the masculine energy feels like. They don't have it. They're wusses. It's not their fault. They don't know. You know, it's like that. But life is like that, and we don't. A lot of people don't have the emotional intelligence to deduct these things, or sometimes life is that way because modern life is cruel and savage and ignorant, full of ignorance. But that's the job of a woman. Even if a lot of women don't like it, I mean, the modern society has been telling them that they need to be powerful and that they don't need men. Of course they need men. It's in their DNA. It's written inside of them. And unconsciously they crave a strong guy with big arms to hold them in their arms and give them the reaffirmation that they will be fine with the man. But the man also needs to hear the same from a woman, that she'll take care of this guy's kids and him as long as he's the provider. And you see, all of these things are written in our DNA. There's no way of escaping from that. And you probably ask a woman, how do you feel that you make this much money more than a man? She's like, amazing. But she's probably lying, you know, like when she said that she doesn't need a man. Every single freaking woman in earth needs someone at night to hold them in their arms and telling them that they are beautiful and that they are the most valued thing. I mean, who wouldn't like that? That just doesn't make any sense. Every single human craves love. You know, we all need that. But somehow there's an agenda out there that is pushing women and men to be separate entities now. which I think is the dumbest thing ever, you know. And for all of you out there, this is the explanation that I have. It's not that a woman is a gold digger, it's just their savage nature. They are looking for the thing that is imprinted in their being, which is protection. Women are here to be protected. Not that it's dangerous out there, but they need to be taken care of, and that's what they need. And also we need that from them. We live in a society. The very word society means association, which means two or more people together for their own good. That's the word, that's the meaning of the word society. And when a man and a woman get together in a society, that's what they need to do. They need to look up for each other to make this bond and form a family with a good morals, good strength, and reality in their heads, and over all things, love. Because neither man, neither woman can function without it. And we cannot deny our insights, the things that we have imprinted, programmed in our DNA. We're not equals. As much as people can claim or want to claim that we're equals, emotionally, yes, we're equals, but physically we're not. And that is the reality. And if you want to avoid or like reject this knowledge or this conception that we're not equals, you know, you're crazy, because we are equals. Or not. We're not equals. We're equals like here. But on the outside, of course not. A woman is weaker and man is stronger physically. But on the inside, women are stronger and men are weaker. That's why we need the wisdom of a good woman, a good mother. Because a good man has a good mother. All of these people out there that they don't like women is because their mothers abused them. And vice versa. If a good woman has a good father. And if it's a total bitch, it's because she didn't have a good father, a good mother. All of those things make us who we are, our parents. That is the root of everything. And if you have a broken family, you're gonna be one of these people that they believe that men and women should be separate. Men should pay 50% of everything and women too. So when the baby is born, who's gonna carry 50%? You're gonna carry a baby 5 months out of the 10 that is inside of the womb? Doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't make any sense. Man has his own role and women has his own role, her own role. And we have to fulfill them. And if you don't agree, you're in your all right, you know, you're within your rights. But I don't think you're gonna have a fruitful life or like a stable or happy life. And of course women are going to act like if they are just looking for money. But what's money? You know, the energy that money has. Money represents, I mean, wealth, yes, but money represents also security and stability. So if a man doesn't have that nowadays, a woman's not gonna go with this man. Because back in the days, a million years ago, it was not money. It was the power of a man going out there hunting and bringing stuff to the table, bringing food to the table. That was the money of back then. So if a woman will see a man that he was a good hunter, strong and powerful, That for her was the image of stability and security. It was not called gold digger. It was just called that woman. This is the one that secures our species. They have the hardest job of all of us because they need to take care of us. Behind a good mother, it's a great man. You know, and that's what it is. That's it. Please leave me your comments over here and let me know what you think. Peace and love for all you. Bye.